Write your name on it. There's a miracle. There's a miracle. There's a miracle with my name on it. There's a miracle. There's a miracle. There's a miracle with my name on it. There's a miracle. There's a miracle. I can feel it. There's a miracle. I can see it. There's a miracle with my name on it. There's a miracle. There's a miracle. There's a miracle with my name on it. Now me go laugh first. Now me go still laugh last. I know go suffer. Now your mercy show us. I know it's gonna last. Holy Ghost, now I stand by. There's a miracle with my name on it. Amigo. Amigo, laugh first. Amigo, still laugh. I know go suffer. I know go suffer. Hey. Now your mercy show us. I know it's gonna last. Holy Ghost, now I stand by. There's a miracle. There's a miracle with my name on it. Amigo.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the last session for day 5. And this has been a very, very educative segment from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and on to day 5. And the first session for 4 p.m. was all about helping your children who have phobia while studying. The second session was all about tech, and the third session is still all about tech. If you have a brother, a sister, cousins, friends who like tech, please invite them. Do not watch alone. Get them in to learn as much as they can. And like I will always say, whatever you learn, please practice. Practice whatever you learn. And if you have not liked, you've not shared, you've not subscribed, you've not followed us, please, we are still begging, grow the community, grow the group, and also invite people to join us. For the sake of for emphasis, who are we? This No Conference is brought to you by answering tough questions from children and teens, ATQ for short. We are a growing community of parents, carers, trusted and safe adults with its presence on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. Our main objective is to ensure that children and teenagers get the right, correct, and appropriate answers to their questions, and to ensure that parents, carers, and safe and trusted adults are equipped to give the right answers and have meaningful conversations. This we achieve through our monthly webinar, How We Do It, where we learn and share our monthly book reviews and offering answers, suggestions, and solutions to questions sent to the community. So if you have not liked, you've not shared, you've not commented, and you've not followed us, please do that immediately. Without wasting much time, I'm going to invite Mrs. Stella to the stage now to just tell us one or two things before we call the last speaker for today. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Priscilla. Good evening, everyone joining us for the last session for today. It's been an amazing time, starting from 4 p.m. and up till now. I believe you have learned, and I believe we are all learning and we're all growing together. This evening, we are looking at tech from the career perspective. Some people are busy studying courses that in the next 3 to 5 years will be of no value to them. So we don't fall into the same trap, and then we don't push our children to do things that they don't want to do. It's important that we get informed, we have the knowledge and understand some of these new courses or some of these emerging opportunities so that we can help our children position themselves properly for what is coming. If you were in the last session, you will agree with me that tech is not stopping. Tech will continue to evolve. Things will continue to change. It is for us to position ourselves properly to be a part of it, to get the gain of it. Thank you so much, Dr. Charles Onuoha, for doing this with us and for us every year. Since No Conference started, Charles Onuoha, now Dr. Charles Onuoha, has done this for us. He has spoken in all of our conferences. Thank you so much for being that brother I can always call and disturb about anything about tech. Thank you so much for holding the hands of quite a number of young people, so many young people, and saying that they don't miss it in the area of career. Once again, thank you everybody that is here. If you have not invited anybody to be here, then that's not good enough. You can't learn this alone. Like we said, there's no hoarding. Be generous with the sharing of the links. Let everybody come in and come and learn alongside with you. You have a child in secondary school, you even have a child who is a graduate. Let them come and learn about opportunities tech is giving us these days. Once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Over to you, Priscilla.
All right, thank you so much, Ma. Without wasting much time, let us listen to this short biography of our speaker this evening.
Charles Onuoha. Enyinaya Charles Onuoha is a trained engineer, programmer, lecturer in computer science, an IBM-trained application security awardee, and information technology consultant. He runs an organization that caters for the technological needs of individuals and small businesses. He uses his organization to mentor young men and women who desires to progress in diverse fields of endeavor. He is the founder of 6 Point Solutions Consult Limited, Timeless Foods, and the Challenge Circle. He runs a paid mentorship group called Core Circle, where members have access to premium paid software all year round. Charles is married with a son and resides in Abuja. Welcome Mr. Charles Onuoha as he speaks on the topic, Tech-Driven Career Pathways, Understand Emerging Opportunities.
Good evening, Doctor. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you. Good evening to you.
Thank you so much. The stage is all yours.
All right. It's a pleasure being in No Conference 2026. And today we'll be looking at career pathways, tech-driven career pathways. And we'll be trying to understand the opportunities that are emerging this year, emerging next year, emerging in the next decade, emerging in the future. I will be explaining quite a number of things, and I will appreciate if you have questions based on the things you do not understand. I'll be sharing my screen quickly so that we'll just get into it. I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, can someone confirm that my screen is live? Maybe in the chat, just to be sure. Can you confirm that you can see my screen, please? If I do not hear from you, it means you can't see my screen. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, so we're looking at, this is No Conference 2026. We're raising shining lights. And today we'll be looking at tech-driven career pathways. We are making an attempt to understand emerging opportunities, emerging careers, emerging trends. Now we'll be looking at what technology is, what are career pathways, what are opportunities, and what are these emerging careers in tech. How do you key in and how do you stay connected? I welcome you to an engagement that is mind searching, in that it will help you to learn, help you to understand, and it will help you to make a decision on what pathway, tech-based, that you can take when an opportunity presents itself. Let's start by defining what technology is. When you apply scientific knowledge, scientific tools, systems, and techniques with the sole aim of solving problems, improving the quality of life, and making work easier, what you are doing is called technology. So technology is the application of these tools and systems to make life easier. What is a career? A career is a journey. It's a journey of work in a particular field. And in that journey, you learn, you grow. It's not just about a job. is not just about a job. It's a journey. It's a progression of skills, your education, your experiences, and all the achievements that you have and you build over your lifetime. That's what a career is. So a career is not a job. It's actually a journey of work. What is an opportunity? Any situation that is favorable, any chance that favors you and that opens you to be able to achieve something of benefit, something that helps you get successful and become more valuable. We call that an opportunity. It's a chance to grow, to succeed, to learn, to improve, and even to earn. So today we are going to be looking at emerging opportunities with respect to tech. They are tech driven. Now I will need to ask you to think of these opportunities with respect to your field. Irrespective of your field, your area of specialization and study, you are going to see opportunities in what I'll be listing today that pertains to your field. They may sound so tech biased, but if you look deep, if you look a little below the surface, you will see that there are opportunities here that directly apply to whatever it is you are doing. So we're going to be having 12 different opportunities, and I'm bringing this 12 so that you find your space in it. The terminologies may sound big, but please just stay with me. So we're looking at software development and app creation, artificial intelligence and machine learning, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, content creation, and digital media. We'll also look at data science and analytics, robotics and automation, user interface and user experience design and product design. And then we'll take a look at cloud computing and IT support. We'll also look at digital marketing and e-commerce. We'll look at tech entrepreneurship. We'll look at animation, gaming, and virtual reality. And then we'll look at remote work and global freelancing. All right, so let's start with the first without any much waste of time. An emerging opportunity is software development and app creation. And you see, a lot of people believe that this is a specialized section for computer science graduates and trainees. Not necessarily. And that's because there's what we call a mobile web or no-code app developer. That is a career. It simply means that you can create applications for the web, for mobile, and you can even create it without being a programmer. We also have the AI software engineer and the game developer. These five, mobile web, no-code app developer, AI software engineer, and game developers, they fall under software development and app creation. And what does it simply mean? These people are building websites, they are building mobile apps, they are building games, and they are building business software to solve problems. What are the examples? This app we're using today, if you're using StreamYard, if you're using Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're using Zoom, all those apps are web apps that have been built by a software developer. If you have your church projection software, both delivery app, any app on your mobile device is created by a software developer. It's either the person has learned programming or he's using the current AI coding, which is called vibe coding, no code application development. And what are the tools you can use? You can use Python, JavaScript, Flutter, and Bubble. There are so many of them. Now, these things sound strange if you are not within a tech-based society, but I can assure you, if you take a look at it for a few days and maybe a week, you'll find out that there's nothing rocket science about this. The second emerging opportunity is artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI and machine learning, normally called AI and ML. And there are careers in this field. We have the AI prompt engineer, we have the machine learning engineer, and we have the AI chatbot and automation developer. What do they do? What they simply do, what these people do, is that they teach computers how to think. They teach computers how to think, how to learn, and how to automate tasks, jobs, and activities on different platforms, right? So there are examples of AI study assistants. You go online and you begin to chat with a large language model like Cloud, ChatGPT. That's artificial intelligence for you. And then you have chatbots that respond as customer service. A number of us have seen WhatsApp chat, we've seen Messenger, we've seen Instagram with chatbots. It's artificial intelligence and machine learning. And then you have AI tools for generating designs and music. And you see, these tools are used in healthcare, they are used in banking, they are used in agriculture, they are used in education, even in content creation. Almost anything you do today has a content of AI in it. Imagine if you are an AI engineer, a prompt engineer, you will actually be able to work anywhere and any field in this world. Let's look at the third emerging career opportunity: cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Hacking is the ability to gain access to a network, a secured network. And we have ethical means you have the permission to get into that network. If it is not ethical, it means you are not permitted to, and that could be a criminal offense. Now we have ethical hackers, we have security analysts, we also have digital forensic experts, and we have network security engineers. Now, what do these people do? What they simply do is that they protect systems. For you to protect a system, you must have a good understanding of what that system does. So they protect systems and they protect data from cyber attacks, the number of attacks online, and these people protect these systems and data from hackers who come to pick them out. You can, if you have a career in this, you can secure people's websites. So imagine who has a website. Almost everybody has a website. Almost every school has a website. Churches have websites. Institutions have websites. People have personal websites. Businesses have websites. And you can decide to secure those websites. You are going to be you will be employed for almost the rest of your life as far as technology continues to grow. And they also help to detect hacking attempts. They help organizations to prevent cyber fraud. Why does it matter? It matters because crime is increasing at an alarming rate, especially in the virtual space. So cyber crime is global and is creating a lot of pain to people, to businesses, and to institutions. And of course, if you're a cybersecurity professional, this is something you'll be benefiting from in the next few years. The fourth opportunity is content creation and digital media, right? If you have not been familiar with the first three, you should understand what content creation is. Content creation is not for people who have read mass comm. It's for anybody who can create content. So you have a YouTuber, that's a career now. You have a podcaster, that's a job. You have video editors, you have digital storytellers, people who tell stories on the virtual platforms, and you have a social media manager. It doesn't matter what you have read. These are tech-driven careers that you have to find yourself in. What do these people do? They simply use technology to create entertainment. They use technology to create education. They use technology to format and present information in such a way that is appealing to you. And that leads them to become influencers in the online space. You can start a YouTube channel today and you have become a content creator. No special training except that you have to learn how some tools work. You can create tutorials on TikTok and you can monetize educational content online using various platforms. Tools that you can use include Canva, include CapCut, Adobe Premiere, OBS Studio. I created this slide in Canva. I can monetize this particular webinar we're having now, and people will pay for this. This is content creation. I created this content. This is digital media, and people will gain from this. It simply means you can also create slides in whatever you do, and that's content creation. Share it on platforms, and people will be able to have access to it. The fifth is data science and analytics. What are the careers in this particular opportunity? You have a data analyst, you have a BI specialist, a business intelligence specialist, and then you also have a sports data analyst and financial data consultant. What do? They simply use data to solve problems and make business decisions. So once you are given data and you can solve problems and make decisions, you're already a data scientist, you are a data analyst. What decisions do you think you can make? What do you think these people can actually achieve when they are working? You can predict customer behavior. If you're in a bank, you can give your data to an analyst, and he will tell you if you are likely to have more subscribers or not, if people are likely to save more money with you or not. And based on the data they have over time, most of their predictions come to pass. You can improve products on Jumia, on Konga. You can choose what products to import from AliExpress, from Amazon based on the amount of data you have of Nigerian buyers. You can also track business growth. You can find out whether a location is good enough for a business or not. And what tools can you use? You can create dashboards. There are many tools you can use there to analyze data. All you have to do is pick one, understand it, utilize it, and then market yourself. Sixth opportunity is robotics and automation. Remember, we're looking at tech-driven opportunities, right? Tech-driven careers. Robotics and automation. You don't have to be a fundamental engineer before you can get into robotics. You can start where you are and begin to learn. We have the robotics engineers, we have the drone technicians, we have the automation specialists, and we have smart systems developers. What do these people do? They simply design machines, and those machines help to solve problems. They design automated systems, both software and hardware, and these machines and systems help to make life easier, help to make tasks easy. You have smart home systems. Sometimes you leave your house and you forget to turn off the air conditioner, you forget to turn off a number of devices. If you're in a smart home, it will check to see if anybody is using it, and if nobody is using it, it turns it off. An example is like your hotspot. For most phones, if you put on your hotspot for some time and it notices that nobody is connected to your hotspot, it automatically turns off. That's a smart device. So you could have a number of smart concepts in your home, and that makes your home a smart home system. And then you have line following robots. When you have packaging, you are in the industry and you are producing things, you don't need to hire people who are going to automate, who are going to repeat a number of tasks. You get robots. The robots must not have heads. They could just be a robotic arm that picks something from here and drops it. And it could do it 200 times without getting tired. All you have to do is power it and make sure it works. And then you can have automated farm solutions. As a drone technician, you can spray your whole farm with fertilizer, with pesticides, with whatever it is, without being in the farm physically. All you have to do is get a drone, load it, an agricultural-based drone, load it with whatever it is you want to spray, and from the comfort of your phone and your home, you can spray your farm. Your drone comes and your drone goes and it comes back. In fact, the drones can work almost under any weather. So that's a career that you could get into and become a drone technician. Industries that use robotics, you're into manufacturing, you're into healthcare, agriculture, logistics, education, almost any industry you are, you need to automate a task. So if you are not in the hardware robotics, you can be in the software automation aspect. The seventh opportunity is UI UX design and product design. UI UX stands for user interface and user experience design. So you can be a UI designer, you can be a UX researcher, you can be a product designer, or you can choose to be a mobile interface designer. What do these people do? They design how apps and websites look and feel. The way you see WhatsApp is different from the way you see Facebook. You'll notice that WhatsApp does not ask you for username and login. That's a design. So somebody designed it such that WhatsApp automatically, just once you click the app, it takes you in as long as your number is correct and it's on the phone that you installed it in. WhatsApp automatically opens. But when you click on Facebook, it's going to ask you for your details, except you have stored it on your phone and customize your phone to that particular app. Your Facebook automatically opens. But the first time you'll be trying it, it's going to ask you for login details. All those designs are made by UI and UX designers. They are made by mobile interface designers. And you also can decide to design interfaces of apps, of school websites, of church apps, of e-commerce platforms. If you like how those things look, you can also learn it and begin to do such designs. And you see, when you say you are a UI UX designer, nobody's asking you whether you finished WAEC. Nobody's asking you whether you came from medical school. All they want to know is, can you design this product and make the users interested in using it? And if you can, then you are good to go. So we have Figma, we have Adobe XD, and we have Canva. These are apps you can use to do your interface design. The eighth opportunity is cloud computing and IT support, information technology support. What are the careers under this? You have cloud engineer, you have IT support specialist, you have a systems administrator, and then you have a development stroke operations engineer, a DevOps engineer. What do this set of people do? What they do is they teach businesses how to store files, and they run these services online using cloud systems. So they help you manage your data in the cloud. If you have been working, just imagine a bank operating with millions of subscribers, and then you get to the bank and they tell you all their computers have crashed and they have lost your data. They don't even know how much you have in the bank. Imagine how you will feel. You will feel the bank is so incompetent. So no bank actually works without cloud computing. What they do is that they upload their data to the cloud. And that is why you can sit in your house and log into your bank app even when the banker is not sitting on his desk. Why? Because your data is in the cloud. So if you become a cloud computing engineer, it simply means you help businesses to store their files in the cloud and be able to manage it for them. Data is even more common than money. Yes, data is everywhere, information is everywhere. And if you become a systems administrator, a DevOps engineer, you'll be able to handle businesses. You'll be able to help them to store all their files and manage it properly. You have platforms like Amazon Web Service, AWS, you have Microsoft Azure, and you have Google Cloud Platform, GCP. Now you could actually buy space on these platforms and begin to help businesses to handle their data. And this is an opportunity that is not going away anytime soon. The ninth opportunity here is digital marketing and e-commerce. A lot of people have bought things online. A lot of us have seen adverts online. This is the role of a digital marketer or an e-commerce specialist. So you have search engine optimization specialists. What those people do is that they help you to be found online. When you go to Google search and you type a particular word, those websites that are coming out is a search query that Google has processed. So if you have a search engine optimization specialist, what he does is to help your website get found easily, right? You also have an email marketer. You have a Facebook or Google ads expert, TikTok expert, Instagram expert, YouTube ads expert. They simply sell ads. They use ads to sell products. They use technology to promote and to sell products online. And anybody can do this. I know a lot of young people that are sitting in their houses and they are making money because you don't even need to see an ad specialist ask him for his resume or his CV before you engage him to do something for you. So you could actually learn how to shoot, how to create ads and, sell products for people online and you get paid. Aside being paid, you help people to be visible because in this generation, visibility is what helps people to know you. You can sell products online. You can grow Instagram and TikTok pages and you can help people to run online advertising campaigns. You have a program that is coming up, maybe No 2027. You want all the youths in Abuja to attend. You want all the teenagers. You want all the significant adults and all the parents to know about No Conference. All you have to do is shoot an ad and it's going to cover everywhere. You can even decide that only people in Lokogoma should see the ad. You can decide that only adults that are between the age of 25 to 45 should see the ad. And they are going to see it wherever they are. They don't need to go to central area. They don't need to get to a big roundabout. They will see it on their phones. So you could be an ads expert, irrespective of what course you are reading. This is a direction that we should follow up and see how you can get into it. And you have platforms that help you to handle digital marketing and e-commerce. We have Seller, we have Instagram, Shopify, WooCommerce. You could actually create your own online store. In one of the previous conferences, we created a book with AI, created an online store, and we're able to sell that book even that particular day. So these are things you can do. If you have a physical store, you have a brick and mortar setup of a business, you could actually put your business on an online platform and people begin to patronize you. I know a number of us are already patronizing people that way. You can be that person, and it's a career you should look into. The 10th opportunity is animation, gaming, and virtual reality. And I can tell you this is a very, very big emerging space. Very big. It's very big. It's beyond cartoons. It's beyond just playing little games. We have people we call 3D animators, right? We even have 3D printers now. They create things that are so real, three-dimensional, four-dimensional, and they help you to visualize things, and it brings you close to reality. We have game designers. We have virtual reality developers. You've seen people who wear virtual reality game sets. Somebody has to program those games. Somebody has to program that environment. Somebody has to create it. I have one of my boys who years ago he started with us, and he's been learning consistently. As I speak to you now, he's already developing games in virtual reality, and he's not through from school yet. He's not a graduate yet, but he's already a virtual reality game developer using Unity engine, C Sharp, and all that. You can also learn how to develop environments that are virtually realistic. You can tour the whole Abuja with your headset. You don't need to get into your car. You don't need to jump along. You just wear the headset, put on your map, and you'll be able to fly over the whole Abuja and see how it looks. That's virtual reality for you. And people are getting accustomed to this. You can begin to be that person who creates that environment for people. You can be a motion graphic artist, and you can start most of these things from your phone. So this set of careers create immersive digital experiences. You could have guests come into your school, and they sit in the principal office, and they go around all the classes, all the labs, the field, everywhere without standing up, right? Yes, they can. And it is really, really interesting. So you could create educational games. You can create animated stories and virtual tours. Virtual tours are the ones I was just explaining. You sit in one place and you go around the whole world. So you could create these environments for people, and they will really love it. It's the future. A number of people have not even gotten a hang on this. It's like it's just coming out. It's emerging. So when you get yourself absorbed in these things, that is where the future is headed. And then you have tools like Blender, like Unity, like Unreal engines. You know, when I mention these tools, you can quickly just Google them and see how far this goes. Okay, let's look at the 11th opportunity. This is tech entrepreneurship. You're an entrepreneur, but it's tech-based. What do these people do? They create companies, startup founders. They become technical consultants. I'm a technical consultant myself. I've been a tech entrepreneur for quite some time. You have software as a service. That's the full meaning of SaaS, software as a service business owner. What it simply means is having a software in the cloud that people can subscribe to. Most of us are using Gmail. All of us are using Gmail, but it is just one app. So Gmail created that app in the cloud. It's software as a service, and they are serving everybody who creates a Gmail account. So all of us are using one app from the same server. That's software as a service. So you could own such a business, and people will subscribe to it, just the way we are subscribing to StreamYard and co. And you could become a digital product creator. You can create ebooks. You can create musical beats. You can create podcasts. You can create so many things. Anything that is a digital product that you create makes you the digital product creator. If you are not building startups, you can be solving real world problems as a consultant, and you use technology to do these things. Or you could simply own a business. You don't need to be a programmer. You can pay someone to create that concept for you. Look at Bolt. Look at some of these apps that we use. The owner is not necessarily a programmer. He just got a group of programmers, paid them, and everybody's beginning to use these apps. You can also be such a person if you are completely an entrepreneur and you do not want to have anything to do with coding and getting deep into the science and analytics of this concept. You could just hover as a business owner and get these techie guys to do it for you. So you could create an online learning platform. You don't have to be a teacher to do this. Get somebody who creates an online learning platform for you. And there are a number of free ones out there. And then people subscribe to it. You get teachers, you get students, and then you sit and bring them together. And that is entrepreneurship, because you are solving problems. You can have a campus marketplace. You can have a Christian sales marketplace where Christians get resources that help them improve their faith. And you create it online and people can access it, right? You can have a digital design business, just like Canva. People get there, they put one or two things and they just create a complimentary card and they come out. It mustn't be as complex as Canva, but you just need to be sure that you are solving a problem using tech. And that is what entrepreneurs do. What tools can you use? You can simply use AI to do these things. That's what is called vibe coding. So you can go and tell AI, I want to create an app that takes attendance. I want to create an app that helps count people who come to church. And AI will be able to tell you how to do it. You don't need to learn how to code, but you need to have the concept of solving problems. And that makes you an entrepreneur. So we'll be looking at the last opportunity as an emerging opportunity. It is called remote work and global freelancing. This is not the era of going to a physical office. I'm not saying there's anything wrong in it. I'm just saying that the times are changing. The times have changed and the times will keep changing. These days, you work remotely. I have boys that I have trained who are earning upwards of 4 million naira a month, and they are sitting in the comfort of their homes, working for people abroad, working for companies on a global level, and they are sitting in one place. If all they have to do is keep stretching themselves from time to time, they have the internet, they have everything, and they are sitting in front of their systems and they are working. That's remote work. You don't have to be physically in the geographical space. And then global freelancing. So you have freelance designers, you have virtual assistants. You must have heard of VA. That's virtual assistant. You help people to check mails, you help people to schedule appointments. And then you have remote developers, programmers who are programming from their computers for organizations. Yes, those are the boys I was talking about, who are earning that much. And then you can become an online tutor. I have a friend who is an online tutor, and she teaches children English. That's what she does. Very interesting person. I was looking at Uncle Dennis, the way he was so animated. You know, children like such animated people. You can create a whole business around that. And it's freelancing, it's global. You sit in front of your computer and you are teaching a whole lot of children. With these security risks now, nobody wants to go to physical trainings most times. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that there's an emerging opportunity that you can capture as an online tutor. And all you simply do is use technology to work from any distance. That's what you do. You can go online and check flex jobs. We work remotely, Remotive. There are so many of them. Remote Africa. And you see so many freelance jobs that you can do without necessarily going to a physical location. What tools can you use to get this? You can also go to Upwork, go to Fiverr, go to TopTal. All you have to do is understand your area of expertise and then look for jobs in that line. At least if you search for 10 jobs, you should see between 3 to 5 jobs that are within what you can handle. And this is the last emerging opportunity that we have tonight. I hope you've seen some things. Now, how do you key into this? If you want to learn, you need to read. And read in this sense is not just opening a book or scrolling through people's status and profiles. No, it simply means you will be listening. It simply means you will be watching. It simply means you'll be able to source for information. That's how to learn. So if you want to learn anything we have mentioned today, you have to know how to go get information. And then if you want to understand, you write. It's not just about writing, it's about doing things, being very practical about those things. You know, writing is practical. So once you learn something like what you've learned today, go and check them out. Go and Google them. Go and find out what it means. If you don't know, you can ask AI, you can ask search engines, and they'll tell you what these things mean. So don't just sit down. If you want to understand anything, write, practice, experiment. And then if you want to master it, don't just stop at learning. Don't just stop at understanding. Teach these things. The more you teach, the more you know. You don't have to be a professional before you teach. I will always say it that the person who knows 2 plus 1 can teach the person who knows 1 plus 1, even though both of them do not know mathematics. But if you know 2 point plus 1, you are a level above the person who knows just 1 plus 1. So get somebody and teach. Teach your dad, teach your mom, teach your children, teach your friends, teach your church members. Any little thing you've learned, teach them. Tell them, do you know that there is robotics and automation and it's a career? Do you have any idea? And then you begin to search. And that curiosity helps you to key in. How do you stay connected? The problem in this generation is a number of us are disconnected. We are coming from somewhere and we do not want to connect to where the future is going to. How do you ensure that you stay connected? Join a tech-aware group. No Conference has been doing a lot. 360 ATQ has been doing a lot to inculcate technology in whatever they teach. Spirituality does not exempt technology. No matter which village you come from, technology has come to you. Technology is now a tribe, is now a part, is a property, it is a component of the society, and you must join a tech-aware group so that you can stay connected. Follow good online pages, follow channels, follow people online that are doing things. Once in a while, once their DPs flash in front of you, you will be reconnected and you will know what to do. And then form your own learning community, no matter how small it is. Put your whole family on a WhatsApp group and begin to drop information, begin to teach them. You may not always be there physically, but if you have such platforms, you can always spread information. While you can, I will advise you to learn. A time is coming when you will not be able to do anything. Learn while you can. Get all you should. Get all the information that you should get. And teach everybody you can reach. Anybody that crosses your path, catch the person and teach him. The more you teach, the more you master it. In fact, most times you will always be one step ahead of those that you teach if you keep teaching what is relevant. The world is changing, and you either change alongside or you get left behind. I will encourage you to get in touch if you want to learn more. We run an in-house mentorship for teenagers and young adults, and we are able to bias their minds. A number of them come and say, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do this. In fact, some people say games are bad, and I say, no, there is a way you play games that helps you to align with an emerging opportunity in the future. And I want to believe that tonight you have seen a number of things, you have read a number of things, you have heard, you have listened. And for those of us who are taking note, you have taken note. And so I believe that you have one or two questions, and I'll attend to the questions when the time is right. Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure doing this with you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was superb. Thank you so much. If you have questions, please drop your questions in the comment section. If you have anything you want to add, please also drop it in the comment section. And I know Mrs. Oboko has a whole lot to say. And also, let us tell him thank you because this was massive. This was massive. Thank you so much. We can see a whole lot of comments in the comment section. Thank you so much, Dr. Charles, and God bless you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Charles. Yeah, let me start by congratulating you for finishing your PhD program. So we can now call him Dr. Charles. Congratulations, sir. So
Thank you
much
so
said
much.
in a very short time. Everybody will believe with me that this is crashed, Abi. The thing is plenty, but go and watch it again and again so that you can get used to it. So that it's not every time you're trying to say some of these things, you're shouting, is it Yahoo? It's not Yahoo. You have heard from him that some people are sitting in their houses, are working real work, and they're making good monies. This one now he's saying is not Yahoo. This is real, legit work. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this. Doris is saying this was powerful. Thank you so much, Doris. Really powerful. A lot of careers are emerging. Please, if you have your questions, please drop your questions so you can ask him and let him answer before we go. I like the part he said spirituality does not exonerate technology. You can't be too spiritual that you won't see the need for technology. The technology is right in front of you, it's everywhere around you. You can't even run away from it unless you want to go and live under the stone. Okay, so please ask your questions. My question this evening would be, out of all of these emerging careers you have stated, how many of them are offered in the university, or are all of them courses you can just get along just along the way? Because I believe some people may want to build a career path on some of this. Are there those who have a proper career path that people can actually grow in?
Okay, thank you for that question. Yes, a number of things I mentioned are actually specialized career paths in tech.
Okay.
If you need to go to the apex of some of them, you will need to go through some rudimentary trainings, you need to go through some basic trainings, and then you need to go through some specialized trainings, because tech is not a space for trial and error.
Hmm.
If you miss it in tech, you'll be damaging a lot of things. If you get it in tech, you'll be solving a lot of problems. An example is, imagine that Facebook has a glitch, Facebook has a problem today, and then all their apps have problems. It means Instagram is going down, WhatsApp is going down, Facebook itself is going down, Meta Business Suite is going down, Oculus 3, the virtual reality, is going down, and almost everything that Meta has
True.
as a business goes down. So there are some things that, if you are going to handle things like cybersecurity, the forensic expert, ethical hacking, it's not something you just wake up and you learn in summer school. No. Things like cloud computing is not what you do a 1 week crash course and then a bank hires you to keep the app of 16 million people. Nobody's going to keep the data of 16 million people. Nobody does that. But yes, there are some other skills that you can learn in a week. You can learn in a month, and it doesn't matter what it is you have done. It doesn't matter what course you have read. You can begin to run Facebook ads without any special training. 1 week and you are good to go. In fact, some people don't need to spend up to 1 week. What they do is they copy ads that are already performing well, and then their own ads begin to perform well. You can decide to become a podcaster today. You can decide to create a YouTube channel without any special tool. All you need is your phone, your camera, your microphone, and a YouTube channel, and you begin to stream to your YouTube channel. All YouTube requires is quality videos, original videos. So if you're not copying anybody, just speaking is content. On TikTok, a number of people are doing it. So yes, I mentioned some very, very basic careers that you can have: content creation, podcasting, digital advertisement, email marketing, virtual assistant. But there are some others that you have to go through specialized education and training before you can actually function in those fields. So they were mixed. And if you are mentioning a particular one, then I could explain to you whether you can do that. If you want to check out some skills that Google has given, you can go to www.skills.google, www.skills.google, and you see that Google has specialized trainings, virtual trainings for you in a space of 1 week, in a space of 30 days. Some of them are 3 months, some of them are 6 months. You come out as an AI prompt engineer, you come out as a digital art specialist. Just go to skills.google.com, and the best part of it is it's free. You don't need to pay. So you could just go there, learn any digital skill, start earning for yourself, and start solving problems.
Well, thank you so much, sir. So there is a part I was looking forward to seeing, but I didn't see. So I said, let me ask, is it still one of the emerging careers? Please, if you have your question, type in the comment section. I'm only asking mine. Please type your own questions so he can answer them. Blockchain.
Okay.
Blockchain. Okay, is it still emerging? Is it a career? Anything on blockchain that people should go into? Now, I
Okay.
know that a lot of people are complaining. I know that beyond crypto, there are other parts of blockchain, and it's like crypto is the loudest. But what do you have to say concerning blockchain?
Okay. It so happens that my PhD was in blockchains. So I did a complete research in blockchains tied
Wow.
to education, right? So cryptocurrency is not blockchain. cryptocurrency is layered on blockchain. But because it has to do with money, everybody wants money, and people are attracted by such resources. It now begins to make waves as if that is the whole of blockchain. It's just a part of blockchain. But because the whole world is more or less buying and selling business opportunities, and crypto itself is a type of currency. So the way money is popular, it was just easy for crypto to come into the space and buy up everybody's attention. But yes, blockchain is an emerging field, and it is so solid that anything you put on a blockchain that is called data is secure based on how blockchain is designed. In fact, there was a time I went to teach cloud computing to some state actors somewhere in Abia State, and we used Rwanda and Estonia as two countries that run on blockchains. In Estonia, even their government runs on blockchains. Their voting is on blockchain. Their hospitals are on blockchain. In the last 5 to 7 years, no doctor in that country has written a prescription with his hand. And you can find the prescription of any citizen of that country on their blockchain. Blockchain is, I don't even know why I skipped blockchain. Blockchain is a space where if you enter, you are going to be relevant for as long as technology lasts, because it is a bedrock for every other thing to be built upon. And why am I saying that? Because it is a secure form of database. And once security is settled in technology, everything can be built on it. Because if you don't have security, just imagine you use your computer for since January till now, and a virus enters in the next 1 minute and destroys everything because of lack of security. You have data of people you have saved since 1960 independence, and suddenly the data just gets corrupt, and that is all. But blockchains ensure that these things don't happen. So yes, blockchain is an emerging career, and if everybody gets into blockchain, I'll be very happy.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. I believe parents, we are listening. We are listening. We are beginning to hear some of these things so that when your children are say, talking about it, it doesn't sound like they are speaking foreign language. We are understanding. Mrs. Bosi is saying, wow, thank you so much. Very enlightening as always. God bless you, Dr. Charles, and congratulations. Okay, so I still have two more questions. I remember that I used to have a particular mindset about everything about gaming until I met Dr. Charles. If you tell me anything about gaming, the bombastic side eye you will collect, you even think you're a scammer. Until I met him, and he I had a mind shift about gaming, that beyond people being on their phone, you can actually have a career path on gaming. And I believe some people still have that mindset that, and when you say gaming, you're talking about opening one game house with PS3 and PS4 for people to come and be playing game. I know that it goes beyond that. Please, can you put us through gaming when you talk about gaming as a career, as an emerging career? Can you put us through some of the lines that people, so that people will understand this gaming thing? Because we hear people
All
say,
right,
I'm a professional gamer.
thank you for asking a question in that direction. And I'll start from where we know to where we don't. Yes, gaming involves playing those games you see on your phone, those games you see on the websites, on your browsers, on your systems, and even on the consoles. That's gaming. We're not going to say that's not gaming. That's gaming. But that is the consumer part of gaming. And in fact, as a matter of fact, all the interns that come to me, I ensure they play games. There's a section of your brain that games open. There's a hand coordination, there's an eye coordination, there's a way you think, and it does something to you that normal learning does not. And that's why you see, even on learning platforms, you are hearing gamification. Even on crypto platforms, you are hearing gamification. They try to reward you for the things you do. That has always been the concept of games. You have extra lives, you are able to get things along the way. So you have this competitive mindset and your brain is functioning. Now, beyond playing those games, there are people who create those games. Japan is a home of games, right? And if you are going to remove Japan from the picture, a number of games will not exist, especially computer-based games, animation and games. The AI you see today is virtualized. It's still game characters that AI is creating. And we are beginning to understand some things that AI do simply because the people who build it are people who also come or stem from the root base that creates games. I have a boy who came, I mentioned it here. He came and he started learning games and he became the best gamer in the place. And today, as I'm talking to you, he's a game programmer. Being a Christian, I know he's going to create Christian games. We need people who get into the game industry and create what affects life for the kingdom. If we keep leaving games to the riffraffs out there, then we'll keep consuming whatever it is that they create. But if we get into the creator space, and you can't get into gaming if you don't even understand how to play them in the first place, what you should fight against is addiction. What you should fight against is obsession. What you should fight against is games taking up useful time in the life of a youth. But there is a career in games, and I can tell you that games are one of the most expensive type of software you can find. The most expensive computers you find in the world are the ones that handle gamings and graphics. So when you keep hearing people saying they bought a computer with a dedicated graphic card, it's either the person is a gamer, he's creating models, or he's creating structures that need to consume such resources. Gaming is a big time thing. And if only we can direct our youths in the right path to understand what gaming is rather than discouraging them, I'm too well that the gaming climb is going to change very soon. Of course, they'll have to be programmers. Some of them will have to be AI prompt engineers. They'll have to be animators, but they are all still going to influence the virtual world and the gaming world because gaming is purely virtual.
Well, thank you, sir. I hope parents were hearing that there's so much in the game industry beyond the playing of the game is the consumer part of it. What we are meant to guard is the addictions of it. Thank you, sir, for saying something about allowing our children go into this so that we can begin to have Christian games. Let's have so that we can the more Christians go into this field, the more clean content, clean, good content and good products come out of these places. We can't continue to complain about darkness. We are raising lights. So, like this gaming, with a lot of complaints, but imagine you have a son who is born again or a daughter who is Christian, who is into such career and is giving us good products. I hope we're making sense in what I'm saying. We have complained too much about darkness, too much about the things we don't like. Let's start creating the things we like using these same channels. So my last question will be, okay, Tracy is saying very enlightening, sir. Thank you, sir. The medical line. Are there careers beyond wearing the coats, the operation rooms and all that? Are there career lines that people can go into in the medical line that is also tech driven?
Yes, a lot of careers. In fact, a lot of things in the medical line are being automated and they are being digitalized. Now, medicine uses a lot of precision equipment, right? And that's because they are dealing with human bodies here. It's safer to operate on a system, to open it, something breaks, you get a part. But if you're operating on a human being, you have to be very careful. Surgeons, imagine a neurosurgeon. And you see, as a human being, you can be affected by even hunger, you can be affected by your emotions, you can be affected by so many things. Imagine a doctor who is undergoing a trauma and he's about the only specialist in that field, and he still has to operate. He may put the patient in danger. But equipment, machines do not have emotions. Once you program them exactly, they will work that way. So they have a lot of precision operations that are done by robots, and it will be handled by robotic engineers. The medical people just have to tell them how to program and create these robots. There is radiology in medicine. There are a number of X-ray machines, a number of scan machines, a number of machines that handle different parts, endoscopy and all that. All those machines are created by engineers who are not medical doctors, in quote. But you see, The medical practitioners are working hand in hand with these engineers to create robots and tools that they can use. There are applications today that could look at your face, look at your skin tone, and using AI and machine learning, tell you one or two things about yourself. You know, the way doctors look at your eye, they check one or two things. There are machines that can do that. Of course, they are getting better by the day, but the rate at which technology is going, there are some things you'll be able to handle at home even before you get to the hospital. So, yes, for doctors who have understood the anatomy of the human body, they must also learn how to use AI. They must learn how to handle some things. For those of us who are not medical practitioners, today they have AI doctors. Of course, I will not advise you to depend on AI doctors. You see, but there are some little information you can get. You have a particular drug, and you don't have a pharmacist to ask, what is this drug for? You can actually go on AI and ask, what is the component of this drug? And because of the advancement in technology of AI, it could begin to tell you the components of this drug and tell you whether an altar patient should take it or not. I'm not recommending you to forsake your family doctor and go and meet AI. AI can lie. There are so many things AI will tell you that is not correct. So you have to be very careful. But in the medical field, technology is not just used, it has to be used to such a precision level because it is dealing with human lives. And if you go to hospitals today, you see a lot of equipment, some that you need doctors with special training to handle those equipment. So yes, in the medical sector, even after you have gotten your medical knowledge, you still need to upgrade in tech to be able to do some things. There are remote doctors. The way we have remote jobs, you want to fly a doctor from the US to perform an operation for somebody who has been given 3 hours to leave. How is he going to fly from the US to Nigeria? How do you fly the person from here to the US? If it is a surgery, an operation that can be done remotely, they could engage computers from there connected to Nigeria, and a remote operation can be done, even if doctors have to be on ground to take instructions from the other doctor. So technology is simplifying a lot, and doctors and the medical team as a whole are not left out.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope we are learning so much gotten already. Parents, please let's pay attention to everything we've had. Like I told you earlier today, that the tech sessions we are having is not only for your children, it's also for you. And I believe it's not only for you to learn concerning your children, it's also for you to learn for yourself. And I believe that you have seen it, that the two sessions we've had are very beneficial to us first, then our children. Dr. Charles, just before you go, would like to, how do we, I know you run programs for teenagers, for young adults, and then your tribe. Please tell us about it, and then how we can contact you, how we can join, sir.
All right, thank you for that opportunity. I run a number of online platforms, but the one that catches my attention is one I call Challenge Circle. It's a
Yeah.
community of over 800 people who are tech aware. They are not all tech people, but they are tech aware. I have tailors, I have fashion designers, I have educators, I have all manner of people on that platform. They ask questions and they receive answers. In fact, there was a day where I was explaining something about a particular Ponzi scheme, and somebody said he had already lost 200,000 naira to that Ponzi scheme. And I was like, why? Why didn't you come here to ask before you went into that? And of course, you know, one of the powers of Ponzi scheme is secrecy. People don't want you to know stuff like that. But that platform is open for anybody to ask any question. And we have two sections of the platform. We have the common circle and we have the core circle. For the core circle, is a paid service. You pay 50,000 naira per year, and you have access to about 30 commercial apps, fully paid apps that you use, from Turnitin to Grammarly to Quillbot to Zoom to Google Meet to video editors to content creating apps that even if you had 1 million naira, you will not be able to subscribe to them for a year. We buy it as a community and we share it as a community. Outside my community, physically, I run a tech consulting firm. in Apo Resettlement here, just opposite Chicken Republic, and I handle anything tech. If you just want to digitalize your business from having a point of sale on your phone to creating a website for your business to automating your WhatsApp, your Telegram, whatever it is you want to, installing CCTVs, anything you want to do to digitalize your business, your school, your church, whatever it is, we run a consultancy system that tells you exactly what to do. And then this year, I started an in-house internship. Since I'm fully in Abuja here, I have begun to accept young people and they live with me in the house. We have a section for females and a section for males. And they have people I have trained who monitor these people. Some of them stay for 1 month, some stay for 2 months, 3 months, some stay for 6 months. We have people from different places. We do not pick you because you ask us. We also ask the spirit whether we should pick you because we have the problem of one person influencing other people. So we have to be very careful. But like I told my mentees, you are not here to learn computers, you are here to learn a lifestyle. And it's that lifestyle that determines what you do and how you impact the people around you. So currently we run an in-house mentorship that has been running since January. People join at any time. They have their own schedule. We teach them what they need to learn and they leave. We have people as young as SS3, SS1. We have people as old as 300 level, 400 level. But once our hands are full, we stop taking people and we are very selective of the people we pick because it is not just a physical and educational program, it also has spiritual dimensions to it. And it's a purely Christian mentorship concept. I reside in Apo Resettlement, Zone A, Abuja, and that is where my sphere of business rotates physically. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Charles is my son's Oga, he's his boss. You know, when he comes back from school and he says something, "Ah, have you told your boss?" It's that level. And I can tell you that just within the first week he joined his mentorship program, the difference was so clear. You would know that he actually had a tech mentor in his life. And I would always recommend, please, if you live in Abuja and you have children who are saying so many tech things that you are not understanding, please just book an appointment with Dr. Charles, and you'll be amazed at how your child comes back to you. I can categorically tell you that because he goes beyond even tech to a whole lot of things, lifestyle and all that. You will be amazed. And the good thing is that he does it in a Christian way. We have said we will no longer be complaining about darkness. We are all going out there to shine. We are raising shining lights. Mr. Charles is doing that with young people, having worked in their space for a very long time. He understands them. So please, you have a son, you have a daughter, you yourself, you want to learn, like this challenge circle, please. I will get the details. I am in the challenge circle, one of the challenge circles. I don't know which one it is among the two. I know I'm in one of the challenge circles. Please, I will get the details from him. It's somewhere you can join. Somebody is saying, I want to learn. No, I want to dance from Auntie Bibi. I want to learn. Mercy is saying, well done, sir, my boss. Wow, thank you. For me, saying, well done, Doc. Very insightful one, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Even me as an adult, me, I know I don't even know plenty things. Tracy is saying very enlightening, sir. Thank you. Okay, I think we've read this one. Um, I still go back to him. Sometimes I even still go to him to ask for who will do this for me or who can do that for me. He's a brother to me, and please, if you really want your children to get into some of these um, fields and you're not so sure, I recommend him. Just book a session with him. He will charge you an arm and the foot. You will be able to pay for his services. Tell him you are coming from Stella. And if your children have actually been a part of SOA conference, I believe he will be little lenient with you when he's charging. I believe. Also, our tribes meeting, we trust God that in August we'll be holding another tribes meeting. I also want to encourage you to send your children to to our tribes meeting. Last year August we had a tech tribes meeting. Now we are trusting God again to be able to hold another tech conversation in our tribes meeting, trusting God that it will also be with. Last year was amazing. If your children were there, Dr. Charles broke these things down to their level, he's talking to adults today, and he will do it. We trust God that he will do it again. Let me do open the invitation before he tells me his schedule is very, very close. Let me talk on time. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this. So before he gives us his last word, tomorrow we are starting 6 p.m. Sorry, tomorrow we are starting 4 p.m. Forgive me. Tomorrow we are starting 4 p.m. and we are having our very own coach TJ. And coach TJ is talking to us on. Permit me to get the schedule for coach TJ. So tomorrow we are having two sessions. Coach TJ will be talking on understanding your role in the lives of your. Sorry. Please, 1 second, let me get it. So 8 p.m. we are having Reverend Cosme Ileluge, and he'll be taking us on guiding children. Please, apologies, it was mixed up, so I'm trying to get it correctly. So Coach TJ will be taking us on guiding children in the tech-driven world, using technology as a tool, not a master. And then by 6 p.m., Reverend Cosme Ilologe will be taking us on understanding your role in the lives of your adult children. Now you are no longer pursuing them. They are no longer shouting and disturb. They are all grown and gone. What's your role? That's what he'll be taking us on tomorrow. And then he will also be taking the Episcopal blessings. If you have been here from the beginning, don't just go. Reverend Inologe will be blessing us, blessing our families, blessing our children after his session. His session will be 6 p.m., while Coach TJ's session will be 4 p.m. Once again, thank you everybody for being here right from the start. Dr. Charles, let's have your last words before we draw the curtain for today.
All right. Tech is a powerful tool. A powerful tool. If you let it control you, it is likely to doom you. But if you control it, tech will move in the direction that you push it. The only way you can control tech is to master tech. If you do not master tech, I can assure you that tech will control you. But if you master tech, no matter how little, at least you have some form of control, and that control will grow into something that will be positive. So I am appealing to us, do not discourage your children from learning tech, but supervise them. And you can't supervise what you don't know. So you will have to learn tech, no matter how little it is. Start from your emails, start from your chats, start from understanding your smartphone, understand the little computer and the smart TV you have in your house. Stop telling your children to change channels, change it yourself. Try to understand the buttons on the remote. There's a reason those things are there. And if you do not learn those ones, how do you go learning the one online? Tech is in your house, tech is in your car. Learn how to connect your phone to the Bluetooth in your car and play music. Stop calling Junior to do it. Stop asking someone to come and pick the phone that is mobile in your pocket to check your email and do some things. Ask them to teach you. Do not ask them to do it. The more they do it, the more they learn. The more they teach you, the easier it is for you to learn. If you do not want to lose your children in this generation, if you do not want to lose people who are around you, then you must understand the things they use so that when they cross the boundary of modesty and discipline, you will know enough to stop them. But if you do not know, when they cross, you will encourage them. You keep telling them to do well. There's a kind of job your child does, and the kind of money he brings in, they do not tally. You will easily know that this, he has crossed a boundary, a moral boundary. But if you do not have this knowledge, it's going to be a problem. Lastly, when you do not know something, ask somebody that knows. Your age is not an advantage when you are seeking knowledge. Ask the younger generation to teach you technology. That's how to learn now. If you're expecting those ahead of you to teach you, you and them will get missing. Learn to know how to ask the young ones. And I am too sure that if you ask questions, you will not lose your way. We are also here to help as much as we can. So reach out when you can too. Thank you, man. And thank you
Thank you
for having
so much, sir. Thank you for doing this for us once again. God bless you, sir. God
me.
bless
All right.
you. All right, people, you've heard from him. All of us, we need to master tech. Mommy, daddy. Let's stop sending our children to do these things. Let's learn it. Learn it for ourselves. And like the fact is, so that you know when they are crossing the boundary lines. If you don't understand, you won't even know what is happening. A whole lot of things will be happening around, within, and in your phone, and you won't know. So please, let's learn. There is no end to learning. You can't be too old to learn. Like Uncle Dennis told us, you had him say that he had a grandma who came in to learn AI, and she came out as the best student. So what will be your excuse? You can't say it's age. You can't be too busy for what you need to know. So please pay attention to these things. Let's learn and grow together. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. Have a wonderful night rest and have a refreshing moment in God's presence tomorrow morning. God bless you. See you 4 p.m. tomorrow. Bye bye.